people? I'm Rico Fernelli here, your fitness sensei. Again, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those things. Obviously, a very new channel here. And today I just wanted to talk to you about something very specific. And this is Ashley Black Guru, the innovator of the fascia blaster. So our fascia or Maya So our fascia is kind of an intertwined web that weaves throughout our entire body. Our myofascial release techniques tends to be where people in the fitness and training realm hear about this, and that's a method of massage to alleviate pain and open up the area around the body. This helps with muscular development, helps with stimulating muscle growth, blood flow, different things of that nature. And in conjunction with diet, training, hard work, this is part of that recovery arm of what you do. And the reason I want to talk to you about this Ashley Black Guru and the fascia blaster is because she is misleading droves of people with just kind of different things that really aren't evidentiary based at all. She totes around a peer reviewed scientific study that examines 33 individuals, and the entire review in the study is only of 33 people. Now, for those of you that are not necessarily part of the science based community, generally speaking, when we're looking at scientific papers or things that are to be proven as scientific fact, we're looking at multiple thousands of people in populations. And if we're doing something in a smaller subsect, it's geared specifically to a very, very refined population. So, for instance, a study of maybe 500 NFL athletes through concussion protocols, it's obviously a much larger sample size by percentage than something of 33 people in the general population and making vast assumptions from that. Now, what she does, she portrays various before and after pictures showing the removal of cellulite from different areas in the body through massage. Again, this is a technique that is not founded. It's not founded using a trigger point massage tool, which is really what she has because her massage tools have these little teeth in them, and that's kind of a trigger point. And then they have a nub, and the nub is actually that's literally called in scientific realms. It's called a trigger point to dig in deeper into a particular area. Um, so through those different techniques, what you're doing is you're stimulating blood flow. These aren't techniques that alleviate fat. Now, one thing that I did find particularly disturbing is in her quote scientific study, she begins to express different aspects of different things. And one thing that she mentioned was the body mass index, or the BMI. And she expressed that this is a measure of fat, bone, muscle, and so on and so forth. What the body mass index is a calculation based on your height, weight, and age to determine a certain level of fitness. This determines someone from being average, normal, below normal, up into obese. That's the schedule, that's the term. Where we hear that term obese, that's where it's derived from, is when you're so many deviations from the mean or the median of the population, when you're that many deviations off from what would be determined as healthy, then you are actually unhealthy and you get into obese and you get too far on that scale and you turn to morbid obesity. And that's kind of what BMI is. So she misrepresents that. So you look deeper and you examine different things, and she expresses a great deal of anecdotal evidence about how her massage tool can help grow hair, burn fat, trim belly fat, do spot fat reduction. Spot fat reduction. Spot fat reduction. Anyone that honestly talks to you about any method of spot fat reduction needs to stop. These people are just lying. They want to prey on you. They view you the same way a lion views an antelope in the safari. They just want to pounce on you and take your money. That's all they want. They understand and know that fat cannot be reduced in one particular area. Fat is reduced through a caloric deficit, and when we're establishing a caloric deficit, we reduce fat based on our body's areas that it stores fat. The hardest place for it to store fat are the first places that we lose our fat. This is why with most people, you notice it in their face before you notice their fat loss anywhere else. I'm sure that you've experienced that yourself. If you don't believe me, I want you to just take a second now, focus really, really hard. Now, contract every fat cell in your body. No, couldn't do it. That's because fat isn't it. It stores energy. It's not a cell that you can contract and cause this thermogenic effect that would stimulate the spot fat reduction that people talk about. Now, there are various claims and there's always different advances in things. And God knows there is even a mind body connection where if you just believe something works, sometimes it works for you. And maybe this device works for some people. But the truth is that this is not a device that's going to get you in shape. It's not a device that's going to work miracles on your stomach fat, your arm fat, the cellulite behind your thighs. It's not going to do that. It's being false marketed and false represented because she wants to make money. Her public Facebook group that you need to answer her questions to get in has 300,000 people in it. Her devices run anywhere from $129 to $200 for her devices. She is trying to make money, 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 money. She's dancing all the way to the bank. Again, it's just my opinion on the matter. My name's Enrico Fiorinelli, the Fitness Sensei, and I'll catch you later.